and highs today will make it up into the low to mid 70s, which is right around average for this time of year. Could be a little above average in a few spots. The temperature trend is a warming trend for today and tomorrow, and then not a bad day on Saturday, although we do have a cold front that moves through in the morning, and that will take our temperatures way down on Saturday night. So today, low to mid 70s with about a 40% chance for rain, mid to upper 70s tomorrow, 30% chance for rain. Couple of showers really early Saturday morning ahead of that cold front. It moves through. Look at the temperature Saturday night, dropping down into the 40s, low 70s Sunday, another cold front Monday, temperatures in the 60s with an increase in rainfall for the beginning of next work week. That's a look at your First Alert forecast.
Alrighty, everyone. Morning. I hope you're having a good one so far. Let's kind of fill you in on what you need to know. Great speeds throughout the Treasure Coast. These are the focus points here, right around Midway, the Crosstown Parkway, Gatlin Boulevard. Easy does it there. And right here, although we are seeing a little bit of a slowdown. Johann Hoffen is over this crash, Delray Beach, I-95 southbound. Yo.
And Halney, yes, southbound 95, just a little bit past Atlantic Avenue. Two vehicles, one on the left, one on the right-hand side. Good news, right-hand side is now open. They do only have one left lane blocked here, so if you travel southbound through Boynton, Delray into Boca, you'll get a little delays at Woolbright, but it is moving by, especially after they opened up this one lane. So again, southbound 95 approaching Atlantic, one left lane blocked due to an overturned vehicle. Quick check of traffic. I'm Johan Hoffen in Chopper 5. Back to you.
A home for all football fans coming to Miami just in time for Super Bowl 54. Wait until you see where your team will be staying.
First, local airports are on high alert. The criminal activity, they say, could be headed to South Florida. You're watching WPTV News Channel 5.
.624 right now, employees at the Miami International Airport are on high alert as the Super Bowl inches closer.
More than 600 employees are training with Homeland Security to better identify human trafficking. They're being taught to look to identify certain behaviors, such as a lack of eye contact, a story that doesn't quite add up, or a fear of security workers. Customs and Border Protection agents say for national security events like the Super Bowl, it's also game day for them. And they're reminding everyone, if you see something, say something.
If you see somebody that their freedom is being kept from them, they're not allowed to move freely, they're not allowed to express themselves freely, you see that somebody else is holding onto their documents, use your sixth instinct.
Well, airport officials say they're also expecting about 50,000 more passengers than usual the day after the game. Going to be very busy. Well, Lowe's is making sure all fans feel welcome in Miami for the big game. They're creating a first of its kind interactive NFL themed neighborhood. It'll feature these custom built dwellings representing all 32 NFL teams. Each will feature team logos, colors, and fan traditions. The Dolphins dwelling is called the Bottlenose Bungalow. Features a modern home rising from a seabed with notes of the team's colors. You'll be able to check all of this out at the Super Bowl Experience in Miami. And remember, you can just watch the Super Bowl right from home on our partner station, WFLX Fox 29. I guess we can all find our place no matter who you're rooting for.
I like to dream I'm going to the Super Bowl, and then I end up on my couch, which is just fine.
Hey, you know what? It's a good place to be.
All good. Let's get.
Morning, everyone. Let's get you on the road this morning. Turnpike and I-95 smooth sailing right here. 9 minutes tops if you're heading from Boynton to Boca.
And slow go in the southbound area of Delray Beach. Halney and I will have a complete check of traffic coming up.
If your child wants to attend a choice program in Palm Beach County, the deadline is coming up. We'll tell you when.
A possible global emergency after the outbreak of a deadly virus in China. The impacts it could have right here in South Florida. You're watching WPTV News Channel 5, Thursday morning.
Hey.
Up and at 'em. Get your morning started right. We'll be right back.
Good morning.
This is WPTV, today on 5.
Good morning, everyone. Here's your WPTV First Alert forecast. We're dealing with some wet roads and some poor visibility due to patchy fog this morning. We'll talk about that and talk about a weekend cold front that's coming up.
President Donald Trump's impeachment trial moves forward with Democrats laying out their case.
The points they could hit as our team stays on top of this historic trial.
And time's running out to apply to the school choice programs. The steps you need to take this morning and today to get your student right into the school and program of their choice. But great news, not waking up to this today, what we thought was snow across South Florida.
Yes, and we appreciate all the videos, but it turns out it wasn't snow. The National Weather Service says it was graupel, which basically is soft hail, and it came with those dipping temperatures we had yesterday.
Yeah, if you looked out the window and said, no, that's graupel, like you win the award.
Yeah, you win.
I learned a new term overnight. We are waking up a lot warmer today, though.
Yes, let's head over to WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Glenn Glazer. Good morning.
You also impressed everybody around the water cooler. Yes. Graupel yesterday. Yes, you did. All right, WPTV First Alert forecast. We're looking at Viper radar, and we've got some pretty heavy rainfall coming in along the coast in Palm Beach County and in Martin County right now. Here's a look at a few of the showers moving in around Boynton Beach and Delray, right over the turnpike out there too, and Sherbrooke getting some rain. Lake Worth to West Palm and all the way up into Palm Beach Gardens with some moderate to heavy rainfall moving from east to west. We're looking at 20 Mile Bend getting some rain right after 7 o'clock. Palm Beach Raceway in the next 20 minutes or so. A couple of showers in Martin County out by Indiantown, and we've also got patchy fog to deal with, and it's pretty thick around the lake right now. Less than a quarter-mile visibility from Okeechobee to Buckhead Ridge, less than a mile from Moorhaven down to Belle Glade, and a little bit less than 5 miles or so around Boca and Deerfield. We've got temperatures in the 50s. Not the 30s and 40s like yesterday, so that's good news. But we are going to see a nice climb today through the 60s into the 70s by 11 o'clock to noon this afternoon. We've also got the chance for on and off rainfall, warmer temperatures as we head toward the weekend before a cold front arrives. We'll talk more about that in your WPTV First Alert 7-day forecast coming up later this half hour. Holly?
All righty, we definitely have some slowdowns in the Delray Beach area. Real quickly, though, let's start right around Palm Beach Lakes. A smooth commute throughout West Palm Beach, so hope you are heading in that direction, north or south. I don't think you'll encounter any problems. We are watching Delray very closely. I-95 southbound right around Atlantic. There's a crash there. Johanna, it also looks like in the last few minutes there's also another southbound crash close to Linton.
Yeah, basically, no, that's just a little fender bender tie-up. That's not big troubles here, but this is southbound just after Atlantic. Right there's Atlantic. Overturned vehicle, great news. Very quickly going into the clearing stages. One left lane is blocked, but you can see the results. Slow go. I'll say slow go, not heavy delays, but slow go from Woolbright to Atlantic. Then it breaks free all the way Boca into Broward. Broward County reporting no delays. Turnpike and 95 up to speed. Treasure Coast through the Palm Beaches until you get to Delray. Quick check of traffic. Let's go to the live desk with Erica Rayco.
Thank you so much. It is day 3 of President Trump's impeachment trial. The second day, Democrats get to make their case. Today, Democrats continue their near impossible task of convincing 20 Republicans to remove President Trump from office. House managers are leaning heavily on prior witness testimony to prove that President Trump withheld foreign aid for a political favor. Up next, 2 more days of arguments on abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. And President Trump's legal team, they're eager to start their case, expected to happen this weekend. Today, Governor Ron DeSantis has a high-level meeting with U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. The leaders will be part of a roundtable happening this morning near the Miami airport. Still not clear what will be discussed, but we know Secretary Pompeo was in Colombia during the weekend. There, he participated in a counterterrorism meeting and supported Venezuela's opposition leader.
Florida's governor giving a full endorsement of Florida's Tourism Bureau as some lawmakers look to defund it. He encouraged those lawmakers to keep funding the program in this year's budget while speaking at a Rally for Tourism Day at the Capitol. Now, opponents think Visit Florida is a waste of money. They say big companies like Disney and Universal pay enough to advertise. Clearly, Governor DeSantis doesn't agree.
We try to get our priorities. They're going to try to get their priorities. We did a good job last session, and so hopefully we'll be able to a situation where we leave this session having done things that are really significant. Everyone's happy. They can go back and say, that they delivered for their folks.
Last session, the legislature slashed about $25 million from Visit Florida's now $50 million allotment.
Right now, you need to act if your child wants to be part of a special choice program in Palm Beach County next year. Time is really running out. WPTV News Channel 5 Stephanie Susskind is live at the district office with the important deadline you need to know. Hey, Stephanie.
Good morning. Yeah, get those applications in. They are due by midnight tomorrow night. You have until 11:59 exactly to make sure you apply for the choice program your child wants to attend next year, if that's one of their priorities. Now, the school district of Palm Beach County has hundreds of different programs all across elementary, middle, and high schools. Everything from medical to criminal justice to culinary, so many different options. And these programs can really help students focus on areas they're interested in and find out if it's even a career path they want to pursue in the future. So there is a lottery system that will happen in March, but in order to be in that lottery, you have to get your application in. So again, those applications due tomorrow night. We have more information on our website, WPTV.com, including the link to apply, and we'll also have more information about our other area counties and their deadlines as well. Reporting live in West Palm Beach, Stephanie Susskind, WPTV News Channel 5.
A Florida car chase with lives on the line after a suspect stole a vehicle with a family inside. The unbelievable video out of Fort Myers.
An act of charity turned deadly after a firefighting helicopter crash. Erica Rako gathering the latest on a tragedy that hits very close to home.
And here are your WPTV First Alert weather headlines. Morning rain and fog. We're tracking that for you. Climbing temperatures, at least for the next couple of days before a weekend cold front. We'll talk about all of that. Plus, meteorologist Katia Hall will have your city-by-city forecast coming up.
.39 on a Thursday morning. I-95 southbound approaching the Atlantic Avenue, just a little bit after Atlantic. One crash over to the left-hand side, rolled over vehicle. Great news though, clearing stages, all rescue vehicles out of the way. You can see that's just before the Linton Boulevard Bridge there over the area of Delray, but it frees up right after Atlantic Avenue. Smooth sail, wet roadways though, Treasure Coast, Palm Beaches. Quick check of traffic. I'm Yohan Hoffman in Chopper 5. Let's get some weather with Katia.
Okay, good morning. I'm First Alert meteorologist Katia Hall, and here's a look at your First Alert forecast in Palm Beach Gardens this morning, starting off in the mid-50s, and then daytime highs this afternoon pretty comfortable, mid-70s, and we're looking at a chance for some showers throughout the day. Otherwise, some breezy easterly winds coming in under partly cloudy skies. First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer will have a look at that First Alert 7-day forecast in just a few minutes here.
Erica Rako here with some breaking news at the live desk. 3 Americans killed this morning when a plane helping to battle the wildfires in Australia crashed. The C-130 Hercules air taker, it went down just in a ball of fire. Look at the aftermath right here. The Americans, they worked for a company that was contracted by the Rural Fire Service to help combat the bushfires that have just been ravaging New South Wales for weeks now. In recent days, the U.S. has sent additional wildfire personnel to assist with that ongoing crisis in Australia.
6:40, and take a moment and look at this intense video. This is from an airport surveillance camera in Fort Myers. You see a man stealing a car and the family is still inside. You watch that suspect ran out of the airport to the departure area, jumping in, taking off. The woman, quickly thinking, jumps into the back seat where her child is sitting. Meanwhile, the child's dad holds onto the car as it peels away from the curb. Eventually, police caught the suspect and the family is doing okay.
New calls to ban the box on rental applications for ex-criminals. The reason why some say it's better for everyone.
A deadly viral outbreak could soon become a worldwide emergency.
Thousands traveling to South Florida for the Super Bowl, making sure you and your family stay safe and healthy. WPTV News Channel 5 coming right back on this Thursday morning.
.45 Thursday morning, southbound 95 at Atlantic Avenue, rolled over vehicle, one left lane blocked. Good news, clearing stages and the delays are starting to thin out if you travel into the Boca Raton area via southbound 95. Slow go around Boynton Beach into Woolbright, but it is up to speed right around Atlantic. Otherwise, a good start for Thursday morning. Quick check of traffic. I'm Yohan Hoffman in Chopper 5. Back to you.
Yohan, thank you. New information at the live desk right now about that contagious coronavirus. Health officials say they are now monitoring 16 people who came in contact with a traveler in Washington state who flew in from China. That man in his 30s, believed to be the first U.S. resident with the new, possibly dangerous virus. The patient right now in an isolation unit in a hospital in Washington state, guarded by security guards and doctors and nurses, even using a robot as they treat him. In just hours from now, the World Health Organization is going to decide whether
whether or not to declare a global emergency on this. It'd be only the 6th international emergency declared in the last decade. Meanwhile, tens of thousands of people, they're going to be coming to South Florida for the Super Bowl pretty soon, and hopefully they just don't bring the coronavirus with them. WPTV News Channel 5's Honey Rodriguez live right now at the Palm Beach International Airport. Honey, what's going on there to help keep passengers safe?
Well, look, Erica, here at PBI, it's business as usual. However, they say they are monitoring the situation closely, as you mentioned, as people travel here ahead of the Super Bowl. But also, we've talked to travelers who've told us, they're making sure they're traveling with some hand sanitizer just to be safe. And as you can see here, people are going through the security line. Again, business as usual. There are no direct flights from China to PBI, so they're not screening for the virus. However, as you mentioned, it is spreading in China. There is a confirmed case in Washington State. Doctors at Palm Beach Gardens Medical Center are being vigilant, they're saying, and educating their staff as well, just in case. The virus, which mimics the flu, can be especially dangerous for seniors and children. The doctors also recommend maybe wearing a face mask on the plane if you are traveling, again, just as a precaution. For now, reporting live here at Palm Beach International Airport, I'm Honey Rodriguez, WPTV News Channel 5.
647 and Toyota and Honda both recalling millions of cars for different safety issues. Toyota is the defective equipment designed to protect passengers during a crash. Cars impacted the Corolla and Avalon models between 2010 and 19. Honda's recall is over dysfunctional Takata airbags impacting Acuras that came out between 1996 and 2003.
AAA is urging drivers to slow down and move over when you see flashing lights on the road. It's part of their new push to protect tow operators and first responders. Right now, the towing industry is 15 times deadlier than all other private industries combined. In response, AAA is reminding people you must move over or slow down if you see flashing lights because it's the law.
A developing story out of Vero Beach. After the city sold its utility to Florida Power and Light, the big question now is what to do with the old power plant. Next week, public workshops will be held about the 1960s era structure. You can see it here. Sits on a 38-acre parcel of land at the base of the 17th Street Bridge. A city consultant has set up a website to gauge public opinion. So far, ranged from parks and recreations, maybe a rooftop restaurant. You've seen it if you drive by it in Vero. How about it? A public tour of the plant's being held Saturday from 1 to 3. If you want to register, go to speakupverobeach.com. A presentation and possible future development will be made to City Council in May.
A new push nationwide to ban the box. Right now, more cities are making it illegal to prevent people from denying housing based on criminal history. It means places cannot have a question on their application that asks those details. Right now, Florida does not have any statewide ban on the question, but one local California leader thinks every state should.
A thing to remember is that people have already served their time. They are rehabilitated. That is why they are returning into our communities. And if we're going to give people a fair chance, it really means giving people a roof over their head.
Supporters say banning the box could help ex-convicts find jobs and stability. Critics worry it could put other people's lives in danger. All right, it is time to get a look. Look at how pretty. What a pretty start to the morning right there.
So Glenn has your WPTV First Alert forecast, and it's much warmer than yesterday, huh?
Right. Well, as my wife delicately put it, at least my face won't freeze off today as compared to yesterday. Let me show you what's going on. She said when she was walking our son to school, it was really, really cold, that wind chill. We're looking at West Palm Beach, looking good. The intra-coastal palm fronts blowing around a little bit here as we do have a breeze from the east-northeast. That's helping to carry in some of these showers, and on our WPTV First Alert Viper radar, you'll see those showers cruising in along the coast. Pretty fast clip, actually, moving 15 to 20 miles per hour inland. Wellington with some rain, Sherbrooke, Lion Country Safari, Andros Isle. This is all moving inland. The Acreage, Royal Palm Beach, Calusa. It's going to be out around the 20-mile bend just after 7 o'clock this morning. And as we head up to the north a little bit, we've got rainfall that just moved west of Hobe Sound over the Turnpike in 95 in Martin County. A few more showers about to move in towards Stewart. Here's one heading in toward Fort Pierce. It's around the FPL power plant right now. Could be at River Park at 7:15. And then Florida Ridge Ridge with some rain on the way in. And here's what's happening. East-northeasterly winds carrying in those showers today and tomorrow. Here comes Saturday's cold front, and here's some good news for the Race for the Cure, which is Saturday morning, West Palm Beach. This front's going to move through pretty early in the morning. This is 5:30 in the morning, and the rainfall's well out ahead of that. So a few passing showers really early in the morning, but then we should be in pretty good shape the rest of the day. High pressure builds in behind that, but does help to bring in that cooler air over the next couple days after that, and another cold front headed our way on Monday. Here's a look at the patchy fog that's developed. Really low visibility in Okeechobee and Buckhead Ridge and down toward Clewiston and Belglade and even around Boca this morning, so please be careful on your morning commute. High temperatures today, low to mid 70s, 40% chance for on and off rain, breezy easterly winds. Tomorrow, mid to upper 70s, a 30% chance for rain. Cold front moves through early Saturday, still a warm day, temperatures in the 70s, but temperatures drop Saturday night into the 40s, low 70s on Sunday. A second cold front moves through Monday, giving us highs in the 60s and higher chances for rain. That's a look at your First Alert forecast.